Hello everyone, this is Project 2, One More Cup of Coffee by Fernando and Parth.
So first things first, what you want to do is make sure you get the correct project file and folder just so you could open this correctly. As you guys can see, this is all those files that we do need. Then I'm going to go ahead and run Unity. I'm going to open that in a second. Now next, I'm going to go ahead and open the project. So I'm going to go ahead and click open. I'm going to go and find this really quickly. And make sure it's this one, and we're going to open it right now. It does take a second for it to open, so give it a few seconds for it to load. And now you can see our project is loaded into our computer, and then we're ready to get started. So once we load up the project onto our Mac or Windows or any other type of device that supports Unity, we're going to go ahead and see this option right here. So we have the hierarchy on this side, we actually have our scene and our camera right here, and we have our spectrometer here as well. We're to play the run and this project, we're going to go ahead and open the screen and just a little bit bigger, and then we're going to go ahead and run the project. Once we load the project, we can hear the audio throughout the entire coffee shop, which is basically just the ambient sound of the coffee shop. Here we can see our lighting. So this is one of our other lighting scenes that we do have in this project. So it's going to be on our coffee shop poster right there, as you guys can see. Up in those high tops over here, you could have heard the phone ringing. So that's the first ring that we would hear once we actually load up the scene, as you guys can see. Once we get closer to the speaker, you can start hearing the speaker, and it's gonna be playing like TV surfing of or just a radio surfing of different types of options that you want to hear. Once we keep on going down, we're gonna see our other objects. As you can see, we did add a lot of different 3D models onto it, and then our very own 3D models, such as the tables right there and those muffins that we made on ourselves through Blender. When we get closer to the coffee machine, you can hear the coffee machine running. And very faintly, you're also able to hear the oven running as well. Once we go farther back, you can just hear the audio just fading out. And that's it.
Here we're displaying the moving mechanics of the application on Unity. Unfortunately, we didn't have access to an Oculus after class, so we went ahead and just used the camera simulator here on Unity just to run our project.
And as you guys can see right here, we do have another lighting scene. We do have our decoration table that says Coffee and Family, the perfect line, with a little spotlight going on that right there. To display the second lighting scene that we have in this project is going to be this other one right here as I'm walking towards it. Just take a second. We had another spotlight as a heating lamp right here for these muffins that are standing right here directly. And these muffins are also interactable as well with appropriate physics and also collide with each other, which is pretty interesting.
In this next portion of the project, I'm going to go ahead and display the Make Human models that we made of our group into our scene. I'm walking towards Fernando, so I made the Fernando representation in Make Human, and unfortunately the textures were not working that well with our project, but we made it work and we put it in our project as it's in the scene as well. The only thing of area improvement that for our group is to make sure we are able to go ahead and add the animations and also make it speak or when we interact with the model through the Make Human. In this second model here is supposed to represent Parth, our second group member, and same area of improvement as well for our project, just making sure that we can interact and also the texturing for the Make Human model as well. One last area of improvement for our project is being able to have interactable objects that can go ahead and generate new ones whenever we interact with them. Unfortunately, it was something that we weren't able to put in our project. However, we still have these interactable objects that we can see right here. So if we go ahead and make the cursor a little bit closer and move the objects, you guys can see that we are interacting with that one right there. And it does have the physics to collide and also work with everything else. We were planning on doing that with the oven right here and also the coffee machine. However, just because of time and constraints, we weren't able to do it.